Okay, good morning to all of you. I welcomes to all in our lecture series on optics. This is your core paper 4, belongs to second semester, and today we are going to start unit 2, that is your wave motion. Okay, so let's start. So here this is the full syllabus belongs to only unit 2. You can see that we are going to discuss plane and spherical waves, longitudinal and transverse waves, plane progressive traveling waves, wave equation, particle and wave velocities, differential equation, pressure of longitudinal wave, energy transport, intensity of wave, superposition of two perpendicular harmonic oscillations, and the Lissajous figure that we are going to discuss both in graphical and analytical method, and also superposition of n harmonic waves. These are the topics that we are going to discuss in this unit 2. So in this class, as it is your first class, we are going to discuss only basic things, whatever we have already studied in our plus 2 level. So first, what do you mean by wave? So wave means one disturbance is propagating from one point to another point. Here one animation is I represented that from the center, suppose a stone is dropped into the pond and some disturbance has been propagated from that center towards the side of the pond around all the directions. So this is nothing but called as your the so-called wave motion. And here I am going to give another example. uh, Here you can see, suppose you are going to consider this one, a string is steady, but the particles, you just mark on this red particle is oscillating. That means all the particles are oscillating along y-axis and something is propagating along x-axis. So that is another example of the wave. Okay, this is called the transverse wave. In detail we are going to discuss about what is the difference between the transverse and your longitudinal wave. Here I am going to be represent the different type of wave fronts. See, spherical wave fronts means, you just see, if you are going to be watch from the side of the pond, then you can see some circular disturbance is propagating throughout the pond. Thus this circular things is called as your the so-called wave front. So from here the circular things or circular crest, you can see crest or trough is propagating in all the waves. Okay, so we can say that this is the so-called circular wave fronts. And if we are going to consider a series of lights bulbs like this, here a series of linear source, if we are going to be put, then they are going to be sent the wavefront in the form of cylindrical wavefront. You just imagine, here is the ball, here will be a ball. So if light is going to be propagated, then in all the way it will be circular. So if in this on this linear source means, you just mark on the green line. On this green line the LED balls are there, so the propagation of the waves in the form of cylindrical wavefront. And this is your plane wavefront. That means uh, each and every distance, this side, suppose this side your y-axis, this side your x-axis, so y displacement and x displacement both are constant. So this is your plane wavefront. So these are the basic difference between the plane waves. In case of plane wave, disturbance propagated in the single direction. For plane wavefronts are parallel planes. The example is string wave. And spherical wave, in the case of spherical wave, disturbances propagates outward in all the directions from the source. For the spherical wave, uh, for the spherical wave is a wave, spherical wave, just right, it is language is somewhat different. Spherical wave is a wave whose wavefronts basically form concentric spheres. Light wave is the example. And your cylindrical wave, we discussed, it can be formed due to the linear arrangement of the source. That means here, if the LED balls are there, then we can found the cylindrical waveform. So in case of cylindrical waveform, disturbance is propagated outward in two direction from the source. In two direction from the source means along this direction, along up, down, there is no propagation. So for cylindrical wave, or a cylindrical wave is a wave whose wavefront basically form concentric spheres. Concentric, you just correct it, form concentric cylinders. Okay, now this is the, if we are going to consider a transverse wave, we know that this is your antinode, this is your node, or this is also called as your uh, crest, and this is your called as the trough. Okay, and this height is nothing but called as your amplitude, and from crest to crest or trough to trough, the length is wavelength, called as the wavelength. The basic things we know. So now we are going to discuss about the progressive wave, or the so-called traveling wave, and how that progressive wave or traveling wave can be represented with a mathematical function. So here two examples I given with the animation, that this is a progressive wave, this is also a progressive wave, both are propagating outward. So this wave is propagating along positive x-axis direction, and if in this figure you can found that the wave propagating along positive x-axis, negative, and positive y-axis, negative y-axis, throughout the plane the wave is propagating. But here in this case, you just consider this is a string. Okay, you vibrated, you vibrated the string on its one end, you just oscillate, you are oscillating at one end, and a energy is propagating towards the right, or towards the positive x-axis direction. That is, this is the example of the wave. And as the disturbance, this you just mark on this red point, as this disturbance or particle disturbance is fully perpendicular to the propagation direction along x-axis, oscillation direction along y-axis, both are perpendicular, so obviously it is called as the transverse wave. And what will the difference between the longitudinal wave, between transverse wave, that we are going to discuss in some other video. Today we are going to discuss basically how this wave is going to be represented mathematically. Okay, so what will be the wave function or mathematical representation of this wave? Here consider a disturbance, green line, any point, suppose P, on the x-axis from the origin, let this distance is x. Okay, and at point P there is some disturbance along y-axis. So here this is the one height, here if I am going to consider this point, this is another height. So different position, there is a different disturbances, right? So at this, let this is your situation at t equal to 0. Suppose you are measuring the time, and with time how this pulse is changes its position. So at the initial time, let this is your situation. So here starts from the origin and up to this much, one pulse, this one pulse is moving towards positive x-axis direction with velocity v. So here we can found each and every point. Suppose we are going to consider this point, this point, this point, each and every point has its own y component or y value. So particularly if you are going to consider this point has its own y value. Okay, that means with change of x, y also changes. That means here y is the function of x, right? Here y is the function of x. So this is the situation of this pulse, or this curve, you can say. This is a particular curve or pulse, as we saw in this previous slide, that the waves are like this. So you just consider one pulse is moving here, and we are trying to write down its mathematics. So suppose at a t equal to 0, this is the situation. Okay, so here for this case y is the function of x. Okay, now we are going to consider the pulse is moving towards right with the velocity v. Okay, suppose at time t, after time t, you are measuring what will be the scenario. So for that, for this case, suppose this is the another frame of reference which is coincided initially at with x and y, whose origin is coincided with o. After time t, it's moved with a distance after time t. So this is your o dash frame of reference, another frame of reference, and let from this frame of reference, that means your o dash frame of reference, from o dash this point will be at x dash distance. Okay, so if we are going to consider the o dash frame and the corresponding positions on the x axis and its corresponding disturbance along y axis, that can be represented by this function y equal to f x dash, right? Because as we are considering o dash, so it will be x dash because the distance is x dash. Okay, for o dash the distance is x dash, so the function can be written as y, the distance y at p will be f x dash, right? So at time t, this is the scenario, what is the represented in z. And here one thing we have to remember, or we are going to accept, that the pulse shape is not going to be changed. The initial pulse shape and after time t, this one also shape is same. Okay, now suppose if velocity is v, after time t we are measuring, then what will be the distance this o dash frame moved from the origin? That will be vt. So this distance will be vt. Okay, so now suppose from o dash o, from the o reference, from o frame of reference, or from this initial frame of reference, what will be the x value? What will be the x value? That means, see, initially this was your x distance of p point, so it is represented by the function y equal to fx at t equal to 0. So let this pulse is moved with a velocity v, and after time t we measure the position of the point p and corresponding distance in the o dash frame of reference, in the o dash frame of reference. If it is so, then that disturbance in o dash frame can be represented by this function, right? Because this is x dash, so the disturbance in o dash frame, each and every point disturbance in o dash frame, it will be function of x dash. Okay, so now let from o to p is the distance is x, o to p is the distance is x. So here x dash will be how much? Will be x minus vt, that is your op minus o dash, that is your here from here to here minus this one, so this will be x minus vt. So now this f x dash is transformed to the x frame or o frame. That means the observation from o dash frame is transformed to o frame. How? Instead of x dash we can write x minus vt, because from this figure, if from o to p is the distance is x, o to p, always o to p is distance is x, that is because this is in only x frame or o frame, but in o dash frame it will be x dash. Okay, so here we have been transformed x dash to x frame. How we can transform? Here instead of x dash we can write x minus vt. So y will be function of x minus vt. So yxt, here yxt, carefully you have to observe. Yxt means the disturbance along y axis at a particular point x and after time t will be how much. So this is meaning this is yxt, that means after time t. So at t0, what is the function? F of x only, f of x only. But after time t, what will the disturbance? What will the disturbance can be represented by f of x minus vt, because as this pulse is moving towards positive x-axis direction, so hence it will be function of x minus vt. Yxt will be f of x minus vt. So here you can put at t equal 0 it will be f of x, at t equal 0 it will be f of x, at t equal to any time y will be equal to f of x minus t. So this is the displacement of different points depends on the distance x from the origin O. From the origin O, what will the disturbance? What will the disturbance along y-axis and time t at which observation are made. Okay. So hence the functions means here x and t always variable. So only for that it is written functions. So the functions yxt involves x and t which give mathematical description of wave pulse are called wave function. So here yxt is nothing but called as your the so called wave function. So here we have to stop our discussion. Next class yxt will be in the form of what that we are going to be discussed. So here yxt is equal to f of x minus t. So if here x minus t we found because the wave pulse is moving towards the positive x-axis direction. So if the wave pulse will be move negative x-axis direction, it will be x plus vt. Okay. So this is the wave function of your wave function or mathematical representation of your the so called progressive wave or traveling wave. So you watch this video carefully and draw this figure and write down whatever I explained. So thank you so much for watching this video. Do your note perfectly and ready for the next class. Thank you.